Hello, kindergartners. It's Mr. Houston coming from his study. And today we are going to do a lesson on computer basics, right? And this is a lot of the stuff that we have done this year in the computer lab that maybe now that we're at home, we could use a little reminder of, all right? So, just like we did back in the computer lab, remember to get on the internet, we have to use something called a browser. And that's what puts you on the internet, gets you on there so you can look around. So I'm going to use Google Chrome. And you can see it right here. And remember, I have to double click, which means I have to click twice to open it up. Right? So now it's open, but it's not filling my screen like I would like it to do. So do you remember this? We've got three things up here in the corner. We have the little minus, which says minimize. We have the square, which says maximize. And we have the X, which says close. Well, we don't want to close it right now. We want maximize, because maximize means it makes it bigger. So we're going to click that, and we have our screen big again. Now, if we wanted to make this smaller without actually closing it, we can just click the minus, and it goes down here. Now, we can't tell it's down here until we put our mouse over it. But when we put our mouse over it, we can see all the different, excuse me, guys, all the different things we have open. So I'm going to click on it, have it back open again. Now, I can also move this around. Let's say I want to see something on my desktop. I can click right here with my mouse and then move it so I can see back on my desktop again. All right. Now, remember from this screen, I can go to a specific website or I can search. So if I wanted to search something like balloons, spelled it wrong, I can just do that. Or I can go to a specific website. Let's say I wanted to check sports for today, which I like to do. You can go to ESPN.com and go to an exact website. So this is called the address bar, and that's where we type the web addresses right here in this address bar. Okay. So a couple other things that are up here. If I wanted to make this a favorite, if I wanted to bookmark it, let's say that I went to ESPN.com a lot. That's what this little star is. If my computer was moving slowly and I wanted to see if there'd been any changes to this page, I could do this. This says reload this page. The arrows right here take you forward and back. So let's say I got here to ESPN. I changed my mind. I want to go back to where I was. I can go back, and there's my balloon search that I did a minute ago. And then I can say, well, no, I want to go back to ESPN. I can go forward. Okay, so that's a lot of the things up here at the top. Now, if I wanted to close everything, of course, I can click that red X, and it's going to close this window, right? So this is a window. I could also close this window by clicking on this X right here. So this here is called a tab. So let's say I wanted to keep ESPN open, but I also wanted to look somewhere else. Well, I can open a new window by clicking on this plus right here. Right, so now I've got a new window. So maybe here I want to go to Imagine Chancellor's website. Right. And then I want to be able to look here, but oh, no, I'm going to go back to ESPN. And then when I'm done with ESPN, instead of closing everything over here, I can just click this little X here. And that closes that. Right? So now I have Imagine Chancellor open. So that pretty much covers a lot of the things up at the top of your screen. All right. So let's talk a second about some of these things down below. If you are adjusting your volume, maybe you're listening to headphones, maybe you're not. Everybody's volume is going to look a little bit different, but it's basically going to look like a speaker. And if you put your mouse over it, it's going to say speakers, headphones. And if you click on it, you can adjust Almost all of them have it where you can just pull it one way or the other. And of course, the high number is louder, the low number is quieter, right? So that's the volume. Right beside it, of course, we have the date and the time. Right here, we have our internet showing me that I'm on my Wi-Fi right now. You really don't have to worry about these things. This is showing me the battery on my computer. Mine is plugged in right now, so I am at 100% charge. We don't have to worry about those right now. Over here, we've just got some different applications, right? Some different programs. So here's the Google Chrome that I'm using. Here's my little sticky notes app. This would take me to the email if I use that kind of email, but I don't use that one. Here's another program. Here's another program. This is called Firefox, and it's just like Google Chrome. It's just a different way of getting on the internet. It's a different internet browser. So if I wanted to use this one, I could have used that one. Now, if it's time to shut everything down, I'm ready to shut down my computer, I'm not going to be using it for a while, I can click on this Windows symbol. This is the symbol for Microsoft Windows, right? The person right here, if I click on the person, I can sign out if I want to sign out of the computer, or I can come down here where it says power, and I could put it to sleep. I could shut it down, or if I needed to update or something like that, I could restart it. Okay, let's see what else might help you guys right now. The scroll. So the scroll bar, we've talked about this over here. How can I get to the bottom of Imagine Chancellor? Well, I don't always just want to use the little wheel in my mouse. Those things can break, and I don't want to get in the habit of just always using the little wheel on my mouse. So I can click right here, grab this scroll bar, and then I can see what's at the bottom of my website. All right. So that's a pretty basic review. I went a little bit fast. If you guys are having trouble with anything, just watch it again and then practice those things that I just showed you, so you can see yourself what all these different things are and what they do, and so you can be comfortable. It would be really good, kindergarten, if by the end of digital learning this year, by the end of the school year, if you were the one pretty much in charge and didn't really have to ask mom and dad. Wouldn't that be great? So good luck. Watch the video, practice doing some of these things, and I will see you very, very soon.